perfect. Many characters in The Last of Us Part 2 weren't particularly loved by players, and after being forced to fight both for and against her for so long, people are likely not as interested in being Ellie again as they were before the game came out. However, choosing to focus on a character close to Ellie would still allow her to be incorporated into the new game, alongside other beloved characters such as Tommy, Dina, and other familiar faces at Jackson County. That's why the perfect protagonist for another Last of Us game is baby JJ, the son of Dina and Jesse. This is fucking trash. First of all, why this is trash. You destroyed Ellie. The fact that you're even admitting here in this blurb that we don't want to play as Ellie anymore just shows how bad of a job Naughty Dog did, number one. Number two, they destroyed established characters. So there isn't really a character in The Last of Us Part 2 that we as players care about. I would argue that Tommy would be the one had they not destroyed his character and me not wanting them to revisit and destroy him even more. They did Tommy so dirty in this game. I said Tommy was playing a better game than me. Whatever Tommy was doing, I wish the game just focused on Tommy. But by the end, what they did to him and how they made him seem and look was just terrible. And of course, you have to cripple the men in this game because every man is just shit in this game. I mean, that's what it is. Once Dina takes baby JJ and leaves Ellie, it's unclear where the mother and son go. No, it's very clear. Dina takes baby JJ back to Jackson. There is no other logical choice here. We got the letters from Jesse's parents saying, hey, I wish you two would come to Jackson. I want to be with my grandson. But Dina and Ellie being so fucking selfish, they just take that right away. So she's going to go back to Jackson. Following the adventures of JJ would be an opportunity for Naughty Dog to answer questions player had at the end of the second game. The Last of Us Part 3 could explore JJ helping lead and operate Jackson County as an adult, and could hopefully answer if Dina and Ellie ever reconciled, or if Tommy and his wife made things work. The writer of this is clearly, in love with the drama of The Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 2 is about love triangles. I think there's 2 or 3 separate love triangles in this game. And they clearly they fell into the teen Degrassi pop shit that The Last of Us Part 2 is trying to do. I don't give a shit if Dina and Ellie reconcile. In fact, I hope they don't, because it would make for a better story, especially if Dina goes back to a man, and not Ellie. I think it would make for a good story, that anyway. And Maria got no shine in this game at all. If anything, she's just a bitch the whole time. So I don't care about Maria at all. I don't care if they reconcile. Maria should have stuck by her husband, knowing what he had to do. End of fucking story. Same thing with Dina. You don't ask Ellie at the end of the game, well, if you love me, stay. Fuck that. Understand what they have to do and just stand by them. If The Last of Us Part 3 was set a couple of decades into the future, even better, a third game set 20 years into the future could explore what's going on outside of America. Perhaps JJ could make contact with foreigners that have better resources to fight off the infected. Either way, focusing on baby JJ gives the Last of Us franchise an opportunity for a fresh facelift, without completely veering away from the characters and elements that have made the franchise so popular. This is the last quote we're going to read from this. This is just dumb. I don't want to focus on JJ. I damn sure don't want to go multiple years into the future, though I have said this. The Last of Us Part 2 could have been a Twilight Story-esque type of thing, where they focus on characters in somewhere else. They don't touch our characters, they make a whole new story somewhere else in the same world. That would have been dope. But don't give me that now for this Part 3. I'm gonna tell you what The Last of Us Part 3 should be about, based on my opinion and what I got from the game. And my thumbnail should really say it all, right? The little baby was just to reference this shitty idea. The main point here is Ellie and Abby. I think The Last of Us Part 3, if it makes any sense at all, would be Ellie and Abby teaming up, and Ellie going through what she always said she wants to go through. My biggest problem with Ellie as a character is she blamed Joel for her own shortcomings. This is me giving credit to a game that did no work to justify what I'm about to say, but here we go. Ellie cannot come to terms with the idea that she would not make the decision to sacrifice her life for the Fireflies for the cure, so she blames Joel. That's why when we see Joel all the time, she's just pissy and mad. A 14-year-old girl doesn't have the agency to make that decision, especially unconscious. So for her to even be mad at Joel is just a facade. I think the third game will explore Ellie going to Jackson. Yes, I think Ellie will go to Jackson for supplies. See Dina with her new husband and little baby JJ, who won't remember her at all, hopefully. Abby with the boy, girl, I forget the name, whatever. They are with the Fireflies. Their brand has, gone up a little bit, and they're still looking for the cure. I think Ellie will seek out the Fireflies to finally do what she said she would do, and blame Joel for. I think they will end up teaming up. Abby has to protect Ellie, because Ellie is the cure, and they have to sacrifice her life. So Abby will sacrifice her life for Ellie. Ellie will sacrifice her life for the cure, and The Last of Us Part 3 will be focused on that and hopefully end. I call it Shock Value the Game because how shocking would it be that Ellie and Abby are friends? Best friends. That's my theory in The Last of Us Part 3. Let me know what you think The Last of Us Part 3 will be about. I do 100% believe we'll get it. I do believe we'll be playing for multiplayer factions. I do think the HBO series will be okay. However, I am hoping that they take the second season of that series, or whatever's based on the second game, and just erase part 2 entirely and make a new canon. Let me know what you think. I know the video was long. I know it was packed. I'm the Grown Kid, and I'll catch you back in another video.
Yo, it's the Grown Kid Talk Show.